Hi folks, for today I want to bring to you a subject for me and for other colleagues in the IT. This subject is more or less more or less we don't think only is good. For example, what is the architecture client server, and ASP.NET. Sometimes for us it's like, okay, I want application, a web application, so I create, for example, in .NET, ASP.NET application. Okay, but you listening talking about ASP.NET in VC web application, ASP.NET application, web application, single page application, web forms application, web API. So what is ASP.NET? In this video, I want to explain everything about this, and of course, explain also what are the architecture client server, what is the client side and server side. Okay, and let's go about this. So, what is the ASP.NET framework? Okay, ASP.NET Framework is the server side of a web-based application. Okay, and exists, of course, the client side. So, what are the client side? Client side are the browsers. Okay, so what is a browser? A browser are, for example, a Chrome. Okay, not the Google. Okay, the Google is a web page. Okay, more or less. So, what is the another browser? Safari, for example. Another Internet Explorer, the Edge, and so on, so on, so on. The Opera, for example. Remember now. So, this is the client side of a web-based architecture. Client and server architecture, and of course the web, all the web, it's based in this simple and clean architecture. Okay, so for example, if you have a client side like Windows, okay, application, of course you have a browser also, and in the server side, you exist the ASP.NET, for example, to serve something, but here exists more than ASP.NET only, are the sub technologies in that. So for this, I make ASP.NET search in the image, and I figure out a lot of them. For example, ASP.NET Core, ASP.NET only, ASP.NET, and for example here, MVC, Web Forms, MVC, ASP.NET Core 1.0, Visual Studio, ASP.NET 4.6. So what is meaning of all of these? Okay, so let's go begin like I always did and do, using the Wikipedia. Okay, for example, what is ASP.NET? It's an open source server-side application. It's an open source. Okay, more or less. Okay, but of course, is developed by Microsoft and allow programmers to build websites, applications, and services. Okay, so good. So what is the programming models uh, in the ASP.NET? The programming models is patterns or subtypes of architectures. For example, ASP.NET Web Forms is a framework modeler with modeler page and components, okay, where Prometheus create all the ambience to a web based application. The MVC, another web page now, web API to create some APIs, webhooks. I don't know this, so in future I will explore. Signal air, okay, so and so on, so on, so on, so on. So what I want says to you is ASP.NET is more complex than what sometimes the people think about. Okay, it's very 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 complex framework. So need time to learning to understand everything about ASP.NET. So in these basics, I will present to you the ASP.NET and what is possible do and not do. Okay, sometimes. And of course, I will present the Microsoft Visual Studio. If you don't know, I will bring to you the ISP, the Visual Studio 2019. For example, this is the first menu. It's important you install in your machine Visual Studio 2019, create a new project, for example, for today only, propose it using the language I prefer C Sharp, platform, Windows, project type, web. Okay, so now we have a lot of them. ASP.NET Core, this kind of are applications to web. So I will choose, for example, for this proposits only, the ASP.NET framework web application. I will use the .NET framework in this version. I will create and it's possible for us to create an empty project. Okay, web forms, like I said, MVC, web API, single page application. Okay, so for this purpose, I will use MVC or why not single page. Let's go. I will create a single page application. The single page application, I create this propository, okay, because it's a single page, but use the pattern MVC. Okay, this is the template. Okay, it's possible you don't have this template in your machine. Okay, so I asked created server server application. Okay, and run. Where is run? Run, for example, in DS. Okay, what is DS? If you don't know, uh, learning about the ES. Okay, the ES is where it's put the web application ASP.NET application to run to permit running the machines. So read about that. And to finish this lesson, I will show you the application we created, okay, running. So that's it. This is the application, guys. Log in, okay, API if you want to see. So this is everything we know, okay. So it's created. It's easy for us begin to create a MVC ASP.NET MVC. Don't forget single page application. So this is the beginning of this, and I will create a post also in WordPress in the canteen.net. And if you like it and want learning more about this, join us to the in the channel. Share the channel with your friends, okay? And let's go to run together to become a best programmer, a best guy to understand more about the .NET and so on. But the most important here is create a community to share the knowledge between us. So let's go, guys, and bye. See you soon.